Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over my run to rank 10 here in Season 2. This is going to be from 2900 to 3025 I believe when we actually hit rank 10. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video, but before we do that, definitely hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get the latest videos coming out. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so here we are, I think at 2887. And it's going to be Dewgong. So first thought I'm thinking is that they're the exact same team but with the Dewgong lead, but no, they bring in Haunter. This was a misclick. I even remember thinking, what have I done? Because, yeah, obviously Munchlax into Haunter is insane, and yeah, I just made a mistake here. So I'm definitely mistake prone as well. I'm not perfect. We're definitely going to throw a shield up here. I'm thinking it's going to be Shadow Ball, and I also think that we can farm down at this point. I think this is going to be Shadow Punch, but it's also reduced. Ooh, and it was Sludge Bomb. So what am I going to come back in with? Probably need to come back in with Medicham. Just going to take a hit anyways. Even though it's super effective, you know, he's only going to get one hit in. It's not going to do too much. And he actually has Gengar in the back, which is insane. So I'm going to go for the Psychic here. Psychic's actually super effective in Will Shot, Haunter, and Gengar. So right there already, we already have a huge advantage. Actually go for this Ice Punch here. Probably not the greatest idea. We did have a little bit of an energy lead. We could have thrown the Psychic, but what I was trying to do there was just try to get under the Icy Wind. And the fact is we're actually able to get under the second Icy Wind because they seem to be trying to farm us down and then getting into this next matchup with Icy Wind. But the problem is Munchlax is always going to do a lot of damage with Lick. Since it's one turn move, it's always going to put some pressure on, and the damage can only get reduced so much, which is fantastic for me. And we're obviously going to get to this Body Slam and they have no more shields. So pretty lucky for me. This game could have gone really wrong if their team was a little bit more balanced. Definitely just make sure to just don't let the nerves get to you is what it is. You know how to play these matchups. Definitely play them out the way you always do. So Azumarill matchup, you know what we do here. We bring in the Munchlax. It comes in with Galarian Stunfisk. Definitely going for that Bulldoze. So one thing to keep in mind with this meta is that a lot of people are pairing Galarian Stunfisk with Tropius. So my first thought right now is that Tropius could be in the back, which means this game is going to be heavily reliant on Dewgong. Which means that after this matchup with Munchlax, we're definitely coming in with Medicham. Yeah, we would have done that anyways, but I'm just telling you a little bit of what my mindset is. It's possible that Medicham is not something that we need to preserve, so coming into this Stunfisk probably won't end up shielding, and may try to go for a farm down. Actually, probably will throw the Ice Punch at some point, probably when we're closer to the second Ice Punch. Actually, no, we'll just go for the farm down. And I actually did shield, so I'm guessing that the reason I shielded was because we have so much energy here that I can maybe get off 2 Psychics against this Azumarill, and that's exactly what ends up happening here, so that must have been my thought process there. But we'll see what they have in the back if they actually have the Tropius or Grassmon in general. And we definitely caught it. This is probably a Hydro Pump. Oh, and it's actually Play Rough. So this Azumarill is going to give us some problems. We should get to this Icy Wind before they do. But I may end up shielding the Azumarill anyways. Right here, yeah, and what we'll do right now is probably not throw the Icy Wind right away. Oh, actually, we just might. No, we're waiting because he's going to swap, so we go 2 over. And whatever's in the back is definitely weak against Dewgong. Feels like it could be a Tropius. You saw there we actually lagged out of the bubbles, which would have KO'd the Azumarill, so this puts us in a slightly worse position. But it's Ice Beam, we're double resisted, and actually is the Tropius. Now, I haven't actually re-reviewed these games. I'm just talking like off the cuff right now, but that is, you know, just something that's in my mind. Galarian Stunfisk, Tropius. Look out for either of them if you see the other one. Luckily, this Tropius is so low we can just counter down, and then the Azumarill's counter down in counter down range as well. All right, game 3 here. Registeel. I believe this person actually stayed in with Registeel. No, they didn't. Okay. They come in with Altaria. We have the hard counter, obviously. I want to get to this Icy Wind as soon as possible, but I probably won't fully charge it. Oh, I actually do fully charge it. That's probably a mistake. You're going to want to charge it probably to good, if you maybe even nice, and then fully farm down. Because the fact of the matter is that this Registeel, this is where you can start running into problems. This Registeel is coming in against Dewgong and doesn't have to throw if it doesn't want to. This actually could be a flash cannon, and it is, because they know that they can get up to 100 energy and not really fear anything that the Dewgong's doing. Now, what I'm trying to do here with the Water Pulse actually does do damage to Registeel since it's neutral, instead of resisted like Icy Wind is. So I'm trying to put that extra pressure on, and they actually undercharge because they want to fully farm down. This person is obviously playing very well and has put me into a pretty bad position here, but the fact that I have 2 shields with Munchlax means that I don't really have to worry too much about this Azumarill, and I'm going to take this first hit anyways. Hopefully they bait, and they did, but even if they did a Hydro Pump, we'd still be able to probably take both of these shields, just because Munchlax's damage is just so high with the fast attack that when these body slams that don't actually do too much come in, the opponent's going to feel the need to shield something in this matchup, because when Registeel comes back in, we're going to have Medicham probably just farm down, to be honest, if we have a shield still available. So you also have to keep that in the back of your mind. Saving a shield from Medicham is almost absolutely necessary. Let's see how this plays out. So I actually think I shield this, which is actually not very good for me, because Registeel is still in the back. Although if we KO Azumarill here, Registeel can actually farm us down, and we'll have to expend energy on Munchlax. But we're getting to this body slam, and what I can probably do here is switch into Medicham, try to get a counter for the insta-kill. No. Okay, we're fine with just Munchlax in there. Alright, let's go into game 4 here. Medicham, Registeel. Okay, same exact lead. Person swaps out into Sableye. Now, you can go into Munchlax, but I actually like Dewgong into Sableye. You really only have to get 1 Icy Wind off, and then you can farm it down. And it's not that bad. And the reasoning for that is when they come back in with Registeel after this matchup, although they shielded, that's interesting. I'll probably shield and throw. Probably end up shielding this and taking out this Sableye. I think they just wanted to get shields down. What their plan probably is to take all the shields. Oh, interesting. They probably beat us to this next Icy Wind, and I don't think I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna come in with Munchlax and farm down, I think. It would be interesting. I could also come in with Medicham. It's not that bad. So the reasoning for... Oh, that's interesting. The reasoning for bringing in the Dewgong there is because I always have that Munchlax as a safe swap later on in the matchup, because I know they're coming in with the Registeel after Sableye gets KO'd in that scenario, if that scenario were to happen. And when I bring in Medicham, they're going to throw a flash cannon and then dip. So I need to have something that can still beat Registeel in the back when they dip out of the matchup again. And if I have Dewgong back there, that's just a liability and something that I don't really want. Now, they could come in with Sableye here, but I'm so loaded on energy from the farm down on Registeel. This is what one shield really gets you as the Medicham player. You're just so loaded up with energy that I end up taking out the low life Sableye, and I throw this Psychic, which does about 30% damage to a Azumarill. Yeah, so that's what the extra shield got me. Yeah, I lose Dewgong in that matchup, but the fact of the matter is I still can either retain Switch or gain a huge energy advantage, which will propel me over the future matchups in the back, hopefully. And since Munchlax is a generalist, the fact that I have energy on something else is going to help Munchlax even more. As you see there, we took out the Azumarill because we had a 30% HP lead with that Psychic, right? Alright, another favorable lead. I guess that's just what this set's about. Now, this matchup is not great, especially since they had an energy advantage since they swapped a lot faster than us. But these icy winds happen around the same time. They're usually one turn behind, but they actually end up not shielding that, which means we can just end up farming down. I would definitely shield this in the Meganium there. I figure this matchup's not that great anyways. Let me go for the move that's super effective here. Yeah, I'm not setting up Medicham with the reduced damage on this Stunfisk, but that's okay, right? Does this KO? I'm still not 100% familiar with this matchup, but the fact of the matter that we still got to this Icy Wind is really nice. What I can do maybe in the future, now that I know the matchup a little better, is I can throw the Icy Wind first, it seems like, if I have a 2 energy advantage, a 2 Ice Shard advantage, then I can throw the Water Pulse second, fear the Rock Slides a lot less, and maybe they actually have to throw 2 since we resist the Mud Shots and they don't do that much damage in general anyways. So they end up coming in with, we swap out with a little bit of HP remaining, probably going to try to use that Dewgong as a sack swap later, and they end up bringing in their Azumarill because the Stunfisk is very low in the back, shouldn't have too much energy as well, and basically just need to do some damage to this Azumarill. I try to catch Hydro Pump here, obviously that did not work. Probably come back in with Munchlax. Oh no, looks like we come in with Medicham. Since I have this HP advantage, I'm going to use it right here. Rock Slide would not KO. Earthquake would KO. Okay, this is perfect. So I should be able to get to this Psychic before he KOs us. And if we couldn't, we could always throw that Ice Punch for damage and then probably Lick Down as well, considering how low this Azumarill is. Alright. Swampert. So actually, interesting enough, I had literally just looked this up on PvPoke and I was like, okay, I don't even know why I looked it up, but I knew that I could take one Hydro Cannon and the second would KO, but I knew that Medicham wins all shield scenarios, so I knew I could go straight Ice Punch here. Probably need to go Psychic to win the 0, I would assume, but I think one shield and farm down, but I think our opponent switches here, if I remember correctly. They just wanted to get the... Nope. Alright, we farm down, we have a lot of energy. Let's see what they come in with. If it's something weird, we'll go Munchlax. It's Ninetales. Definitely should have thrown the Psychic. Probably will end up throwing... Oh, it's Shadow as well. Yeah, I do actually remember this matchup. I think we throw here and they don't shield. So then we already get down to 1 Pokemon. Yeah, a little... you can always come in with Munchlax here, and then they can't do anything because Lick is a 1-turn move. And they have Jumpluff. So I either should have insta-swapped, or what I'm doing right now is waiting for them to throw the first move. Hopefully get them at an energy disadvantage and then come in with the Dewgong. We always have the 1 shield anyways. And the Icy Winds are obviously double super effective. The Ice Shards are also double super effective. But we need to watch out for the Energy Ball, so the very first move, no matter what it is, we have to shield. Luckily they didn't bait us. I think they did have an Aerial Ace on this Pokemon as well. But obviously these Ice Shards are just doing so much damage, and now that their damage is reduced, there's no way that they can KO us. Maybe if they get a double Energy Ball, but at this point we can just farm down. Yeah, and they leave. Alright, as you can see, climbing up that ladder. Scrafty. This is actually the very first Scrafty I've seen, and they actually end up coming in with another normal type, which I thought was odd. This is definitely too fast to be anything but a Body Slam. The only thing I really have to worry about is Munchlax is obviously very bad into Scraggy, so I do think about that, and I'm like, okay, well, I might as well switch into it. I don't want to get stuck in a really, really bad matchup. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is go up to 2 Body Slams so that I can have a Body Slam for the bad matchup at least. You know, give yourself some damage onto, at least do something in those bad matchups. He's definitely going to come back in. And the real problem here is that Scrafty's fighting charge attack is actually Power-Up Punch. So not only is it going to be super effective, it's going to be boosting this Scrafty to do a whole lot of damage. Luckily, it's taking super effective damage from our counters on Medicham, and we're actually taking resisted damage from his counters and the Power-Up Punch. Now, the Foul Play is going to be neutral, but we definitely don't want to bring Dewgong in. Dewgong's really bad against Scrafty. I'll probably end up shielding this just in case the thing in the back is something that Medicham's good against. And it's Tropius, interestingly enough. So we're double super effective against this as well. Sort of like the last match, right, with Jumpluff. But, yeah. But our opponent this time has 2 shields, so they're definitely going to shield twice. The thing about it, though, is this Tropius is going to be so reduced here on the Dewgong that I shouldn't be too worried. Even a second Leaf Blade won't KO us, because we'll have the second debuff put in place already. Now, the only thing we have to worry about is if they saved up a move and then swapped out. But as you could have seen, maybe the switch timer is actually not up. And I thought about farming down, and then I was like, we're taking super effective damage from these, from the flying fast attack. So I'm just going to throw the throw the Ice Punch, because I know that I can just get a counter off. And so this is another Dewgong lead. So like I said, when I see Dewgong in the lead, the first thing I think of is this is the exact same team. And if it's the exact same team but with the Dewgong lead, we're at a slight advantage. Now, coming with Hitmonchan is interesting because we do have the Psychic, so I decided to try to just go for it here. And we actually get the defense drop, which is interesting. Yeah, bringing in Munchlax here is a little odd, but I knew that we just have to land 1 Body Slam to KO. And he's already down the shield, so went ahead and went for that. Now, the Body Slam here on Dewgong is going to be really good as well. I think that was a CMP tie. And he knows it's going to be doing good, so he shields. What I would do if I was him here is undercharge this and then farm down. And I think that's probably what he did. He gets 2 more charges there. The problem is we have 2 shields, right? And he brings in the Sableye. Now, the switch timer wasn't exactly up yet. We need probably 5 more seconds. So that's why I end up throwing the move there. I just wanted to buy myself a little bit of time, not take these super effective Shadow Claws. And we somehow beat him to the move. It's possible he's trying to bait a Power Gem, but really no energy, so yeah, I mean, it was pretty desperate at that point anyways. We had won the lead pretty well and taken a shield advantage, and then ended up with 2 shields at the end. So Whiscash is actually something I meet up here in the front a lot. Most of the time I go Ice Punch. It's very interesting that I'm going Psychic here. I do try to bring in Munchlax after I throw a move, whether it be Ice Punch or Psychic, because Munchlax is sort of just there to take damage. Now, I do think that this Altaria will probably farm us all the way down. It will take a Body Slam up front, and I don't think we are going to make it to another Body Slam. Actually, maybe would have. So the fact that he throws here is fine. Gonna come in with Dewgong. Probably try to farm this all the way down. May shield, may not shield, because we do have a ton of health anyways. We've lost about 15% already. This is going to put us to about half. But it looks like I go for the full farm down, which is fine because we know they have Whiscash at the very least. If they come back in with Whiscash, we know whatever they have in the back is very weak to Dewgong, because there's almost no... Dewgong does very well into Whiscash. Maybe he's just using it as a shield. And it's Mew. So Mew's an interesting choice. Usually fast attack on Mew is going to be Shadow Claw, and one of the charge attacks is definitely going to be Wild Charge. Wild Charge is just way too good right now. The other attack can be almost anything. Usually you're going to want to use a bait move, so something like Dragon Claw or even Grass Knot might be fine. I actually have seen one with a low kick, which is very odd. I think that's the fighting move. There is a fighting move, a fighting charge move. I think it's the low kick. Alright, so we're at 29. I couldn't see the text there, it was a little too small. 2960, we'll say. Marowak leads. So this has happened a couple times as well. What I like to do is go all the way up to the Psychic, then throw one more counter, then swap into Munchlax, trying to catch a Shadow Ball, which is obviously double resisted by Munchlax. So throw one more counter and then switch. It puts them at 7, so they usually would think they're going to switch out at that point. So let me go one further just to make sure they don't switch out, and then I'm going to throw. So that's what I'm trying to force to happen. Actually hasn't happened yet. Seems like most Alolan Marowak players go up to a very high number. And then obviously this matchup's not great. Umbreon's just super bulky. These licks are resisted. The body slams are doing so little damage, probably 15%. And yeah, we're going to end up getting KO'd here by the foul plays for sure. If I'm the opponent, I probably get up to a second foul play here, since these licks really aren't doing too much, and then throw, so that I have a lot of energy going into that next matchup to put some pressure on, which is obviously going to be my Medicham that I'm going to try to farm down. I will probably shield if they throw a foul play. It is neutral. I could see myself not doing it. Okay, interesting. Ooh. Oh, because I knew they were going to switch, maybe? I knew they didn't want us to farm. That's interesting. That's plays that you just make right on the table, right? Like, or during the match. I was about to say, I could see myself shielding this move just in case it's play rough. We have a huge advantage now because I'll get to this second Icy Wind before they even start doing damage. Probably won't shield anymore after this. Want to save that shield for the last matchup, which could either be Altaria or Registeel. Could also just end up being a safe swap, which would be nice. As you see, I'm doing the same thing almost every time that I end up playing an Azumarill. I start building up to a second Icy Wind so that I can have a throw if they swap out, because if you notice my switch timer is up. They actually do end up swapping out. I'm going to do just one here because I do want some farm off the Umbreon. We got one. That's okay. Now the question is, after this he's going to be energy dry, but is that going to be enough for me, or do I need Dewgong to do some stuff? And we're counting their bubbles, but they actually end up making it to the move. So really bad shield there. Dewgong actually lived that, but the odds of us winning this game are so low. Oh, that's right, they started with the Marowak. Yeah, this game's pretty over. The fact that I couldn't farm down there, they just had so much energy that they had farmed on Azumarill, and I guess I had just miscounted at some point, and we lost the CMP tie there. Tough game, but ooh, this was a timeout game. They could have shielded and then still won in the timeout, so not really a lot I could have done there. Probably not shield and then hope for the best. Swilus, not a Pokemon you see too much, but obviously Medicham's very good against Swilus. The Ice Punch is super effective, the counters are super effective. I just wanted to do some damage here before I come in with Munchlax just to secure this matchup even more. Yeah, the counter damages are super effective, but the lick damage is also super effective, and like I said earlier in this video, Defense Deoxys' health is so low that the licks really add up quite quickly. Probably need to shield once, yeah, because we're so close to this body slam anyways. They've already shielded one time as well. Psycho Boost. Interesting. Alright. So Medicham wouldn't have been scared of this at all. Could have definitely come in with it, I guess. Now, I don't think we're actually going to get this body slam off. The Dragon Breath is very good. I thought for a second what I should bring in, but I have a feeling that Dewgong's going to be a little better in the back. I assume it's going to be an Azumarill or Altaria, based on the other Pokemon that were there. And it was actually this Azumarill, like we see, and actually got the defense fall from the Psychic. That's pretty rare. I think it is a 10% chance, but you almost never see it. I think I did it twice, maybe 3 times in the... How many games did I play? 95 games I played in the last 4 days. Yeah, and I'm overcharging here just to have some more for the Zweilous. And actually undercharged 2, which they gotta move off, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna get this extra hit in here and be 2 away from this Icy Wind. Hopefully I get it off. Yeah, and they do have a shield, but obviously they're gonna get reduced here. I'm probably gonna swap immediately to Medicham. Oh no, they get KO'd anyways. So one thing to notice is that in a lot of our wins, the opponent is still having a shield left. So that what that means is a lot of our fast attack damage is very good against the meta. And another thing to think about is also our moves are very spammy, meaning they might not actually do a lot of damage. So players are less incentivized to shield against quote-unquote bad moves. Now we actually both go for the sack swap there, which is interesting. I'm fine with this. We got the Azumarill out. This is going to be an okay matchup. Even if we lose, we'll bring the Azumarill down pretty low. But yeah, like, so Body Slam's not the best move. Ice Punch, not the best move. Icy Wind is actually pretty good. Water Pulse is really bad. Bulldoze is actually pretty bad as well. And Psychic's actually pretty good. So 2 of our 6 charge moves are pretty good, and the rest of them are quite bad. So players are less incentivized to shield, and then by the time they think about shielding, they're already so low that the fast attack damage is actually going to take them down, which is something you see a lot in these matchups. So I end up going for this Icy Wind right away. I kind of just want to get rid of this Azumarill, if I'm being honest. And the problem is Munchlax is gone, so if they do have a hard counter, I'm going to have to hope that one of these Mon can beat both of the Mon in the back. And so this is actually a good matchup. And they end up coming in, but they come in right as the Ice Punch is coming through, which would have actually KO'd. And I think I can actually shield here and farm down, I believe. Which is interesting because they do have a shield left. Nice. And I am going to throw this move just to get to the shield, because why not, right? I might actually make it to another Ice Punch. Oh, but it doesn't really do too much. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they're really not incentivized to shield any of these moves. So they end up just taking a lot of damage. And now they have to shield anyways because they're getting way too low. But I think these counters are actually going to end up taking out Mawile. They actually didn't shield again. So this, yeah. I like how it just came up right as I was talking about it. That's planned, by the way. No, not really, but... Okay, this is an okay matchup. I actually don't know how it works out. I know they're taking super effective damage from these Ice Punches, though, so that's nice. I think even Dewgong has a decent matchup here. As long as you don't get discharged, you're fine. You're going to be dealing super effective damage with your fast and charge moves. And then obviously Medi's doing decent damage with counter and super effective damage with the Ice Punch. And then if we go into the Munchlax matchup, it always has Bulldoze to deal double super effective damage to the Stunfisk. So all of the matchups are pretty good. I don't want to use a shield, so I decide to go into my safe swap right away. After pulling the shield from them, it's something that I like to do as well a lot. Try to get a shield advantage, switch into a Mon that they can't really deal with very well, or they have to choose which Pokemon in their line they want to lose a lot of health on to deal with it. And I almost never shield the Munchlax, but I figured I have a 2 shield lead right now. I can go ahead and shield this one, let them do a Focus Blast, I'll survive anyways, get the Bulldoze off here, and then do as much damage as I can. Now I do think we will get Flash Cannon down, which is very unfortunate, but we're going to do a lot of damage on our way out. And I actually might take it out with the Licks. Nice. Well, now I'm just going to get to that Body Slam, but obviously we're not going to make it to that. So I might come in with Dewgong here. I could see that. Just because I have the shield advantage, right? Ooh. Ooh. So this is quite bad. Although I will get the full farm down on this Stunfisk. Hopefully I don't have to shield this. Probably should take the discharge here. Yeah, the Frenzy Plant's going to deal a lot more damage, even though both are super effective. Frenzy Plant is just such an insane move. And I think they accidentally tapped the fast attack. They definitely have enough for a for the Frenzy Plant there. Maybe they doubled up, and maybe that's what's happening here. And if they did double up, we've definitely lost. But I think we just need 2 more attacks. Nice. They were probably very close to the second attack there. Oh, I do remember playing this person. So I think we're 3-0 in our set right now. And this person led Cresselia, and they swapped so freaking quickly. It's crazy. Probably not going to end up shielding this. And then I think they end up shielding this Bulldoze, which then puts us in a weird position because the problem with Cresselia is it's good against all 3 of these Mon, technically. Oh, well, no, Munchlax is good against it. So maybe I should have swapped into Dewgong, lost that matchup, and then had the... Yeah, I think that's actually what I should have done. Lose hard to the Reggie on Dewgong, but then have the Munchlax for the Cresselia. I don't remember what they have in the back here. I imagine they're running pretty meta line here, so maybe a Zoomerol. Oh, Sableye for the safe swap. Makes sense. Another reason we might want Munchlax, but Dewgong will serve its purpose here. I'm actually up the shield. Probably shouldn't shield the foul play here, but I might because I'm so advantaged on the shields. No? Okay, perfect. It's the correct way to play it. I think they'll let it go. I'm trying to be able to farm it down a little bit. I think I left a little bit too much HP here, though. Yeah, really bad. Quite unfortunate there. I did want to farm down. Didn't exactly do enough damage. If I had hit maybe 1 or 2 more bubbles, that would have been perfect. The fact that they come in with Cresselia here is a little interesting. The reason I think they did it was because they probably have Grass Knot, which they can get to quick. Plus, they also want to be able to get rid of the debuff on Cresselia, and they know they can come in with Registeel at any point. And also, at this point, the Cresselia probably can just win this match by itself. Considering we have Medicham in the back and they definitely have Moonblast. Yeah. I'm trying to catch, but then I'm like, what's a catch going to do? We actually just lose this now. Maybe I should have tried to farm all the way down on Dewgong, but I don't think that's possible, actually. They still have the shield. Yeah. We actually had a 2 shield to 1 advantage, but their Pokemon advantage really just put us in a hole. Well, no, let's be real. The fact that I messed up that farm down on Sableye is probably one of the bigger reasons I lost this game. Even though their comp was better, we did take an advantage, and we weren't able to hold that advantage. Alright, so interesting thing about Granbull here is I actually throw first because I want to see if it's Snarl Granbull or if it's Charm, and if it's Charm I need to get out, and if it's Snarl I'm kind of okay with it. Maybe. I actually don't know. I never ran into a Snarl Granbull in Great League. Alright, so they did bring in the Registeel. The Focus Blast is going to be able to KO us because he took all that extra damage. We do have a shield up, so what I might do is throw the Psychic shield and then farm all the way down. Can I? It's actually close. Oh, the fact that defense fell is 100%. Actually, at this yellow, you actually could farm down even without the defense debuff. So it actually probably hurt us a little bit because we could have gotten 2 more counters. 7 is the max you can get on the Registeel before they throw the Flash Cannon. And I think it's usually 6, but it feels like sometimes they lag, or who knows. Definitely shielding this. It could be close combat, which would absolutely devastate us. And then Whiscash in the back. This is really good for us. I think at some point we're going to need to bring in the Medicham just to get some energy, or maybe catch something on the Granbull. The problem is I don't want to get close combated, so probably can throw a full Icy Wind here, and then try to farm down. Yeah, that's perfect. I do think they'll get another Mud Bomb off after this, I believe. And I should not throw this Icy Wind. Okay, perfect. This won't KO us, and they'll probably be looking to switch right here, and we'll definitely need to throw if they do. Perfect. Okay, that actually worked out absolutely amazing. Sometimes when I'm commentating these games, I don't do exactly what I'm thinking of when I'm recording them, and then it's like, ooh, I need to look at that matchup a little better because I have a different point of view right now. And I think this was actually our game to hit rank 10. We went 4-1 and 4-1 in our 2 sets to hit rank 10. 30-27, I believe, is what I hit rank 10 at. So then I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get that pose, and I need to equip it right here. So yeah, we got this pose, the come at me bro pose. And yeah, I'm gonna make one more video for my after rank 10 battles, which I went up 150 points in the 6 sets that I played here on Friday. Is today Friday? Yes, Friday. And I actually went 20 and 10, so 66% win rate in the 3100s. That's actually quite insane. At least I think so. And with this team so far up to date, I've gone 70 and 25, which is above a 73% win rate, I believe. So definitely try out this team. I will get the next video out to you as soon as I can. With GoFest coming up, I will try to get it out Sunday morning so that any last minute battles after GoFest, watch this video and try to get there, man. I wish the best of luck to everyone trying to hit rank 10 this season, or any ranking that is your goal, if it be rank 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. I hope y'all get there. I'm ecstatic I got there, and I'm trying to help as many people out as I can. If you want a coaching session, or like if you're using this team and you want me to just guide you through a few matches, I can definitely do that on Discord or something like that. I just want as many people to hit rank, the rank they want to hit as possible. So, all right, thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.